Well, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, and good night if you are on the side of the globe where you're preparing to go to bed. God bless you this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. Um, I just want to share this with us very quickly that we should learn to speak to ourselves. Learn to speak to yourselves more often. As an individual, learn to speak to yourself, especially. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I'm Vowero Utomewo Oriaki, if you're watching me for the first time. A best-selling author, a speaker, and a confidence coach. God bless you. I just want to share this very, very short but encouraging word of advice. We must learn to speak to ourselves more often. You see, with what is going on in the whole world, not just in the UK, not just in the US, in the whole world, the phase in which we are at the moment, a lot of people are anxious, a lot of people are worried, a lot of people are confused. People have been so tearful, people have been sad, people have been moody. I, for one, have been very, very low because of all the killings and all the unrest generally, and I've been very prayerful. And I started speaking to myself even more. It's good to have someone to speak to. It's good to listen to other people speak. But I've noticed that when we speak to ourselves, we tend to be more realistic with what we say, and we tend to be in the present, in the now. So I started speaking to myself recently. Lady V, please calm down. Lady V, God is in control. Lady V, you are blessed. All will be well. Your friends in the US, your family in the US, they are well. Things will get better. It will only take time. Things will gradually calm down. So I've been speaking to myself very, very, even more, in this time of pain and loss and what have you, confusion. The death of this young man and all the racist wahala, as we call it in Africa. Wahala means problems. All the problems going on. I thought it would be wise, apart from prayers, that it would be wise for us to start speaking to ourselves more often. So my quick question is, what have you been telling yourself? What have you been telling yourself in this phase of the pandemic? So the COVID-19, whether you like it or not, is still there. People are still falling ill. We are still losing people. People are still in the hospitals. People are still wearing their mask, So what have you been telling yourself about the COVID-19? I've always assured myself with the word of God, and of course keeping myself safe by putting my hygiene in the topmost gear. Yes, washing of hands and wearing of masks and avoiding crowded places and all that. But what have I been telling myself recently? So prayerfully, what I tell God in my quiet times during prayers, I assure myself through the word of God that this too shall pass, that pestilences will not come near us, that God will protect us from diseases. And then it's one thing to believe in God, it's another thing to do what you think is wise, in terms of upgrading our hygiene. Secondly, I've been telling myself, calm down. I've stopped listening to so many news because there are lots of news, stories flying out there. Lots of pictures, lots of, like the video of George Floyd. I've stopped watching it because it's affected me. So I stopped watching things that will make me go so anxious and so worried. So my advice for us today is to be calm and speak to ourselves more. Tell yourself, don't wait for someone to tell you. Tell yourself, apart from telling myself that I'm valuable, that I'm healthy, that I'm prosperous, that I'm wealthy, that I'm in control, that I'm enough, and that I'm blessed, I tell myself that all will be well. That all the unrest, all the problems going on around the world will calm down. I've been assuring myself regularly, and that has helped. At least in the last 24 to 48 hours, I've been doing that regularly, and it has helped. So try it and thank me later. Try telling yourself, try assuring yourself, and giving yourself that assurance from the word of God, number one, and assuring yourself that things will pick up. It won't continue to be problems all over the place. Remember, there are also some good cops. So the officers in the states and indeed all over the world, not all of them are bad. There are some beautiful ones, some kind ones, some godly ones, some officers that are very professional. They are not wicked. Not all officers are racist. So I've been assuring myself with that. And I guess my advice for you today, you will thank me later. Assure yourself the more and be in control. God bless you. I'm Dr. Vowero Otomewo Oriake, popularly known as Dr. V, your Amazon best-selling author and your confidence coach. God bless you. I just thought to share